Okay, good evening, everyone. So I am Anudeep, Social Chair ISA at UMass T, and we have Sumant, President ISA UMass T, Abhijot, Pratisthit, Priya, and all others from ISA team who are in the meeting to answer your questions that may arise in between the session. You can use the chat box to ask your questions, and they would be replying. And I have purposefully muted all of you, and I'll be unmuting you when we have a slot called Ask Me Anything. So you can come on your microphone and talk at that time if you have any other questions which are unanswered or you might want to discuss. Sounds good. Shall we begin the session, guys? Yes? No? Okay, great. Thank you. So, what is the purpose of the session is to take you through multiple scenarios that you might face as you start your journey from India to UMass Dartmouth. I hope I'll be able to cover all the aspects that are required. If I miss anything, feel free to ask on the chat box or when we have an Ask Me Anything slot. We'll discuss about that. So let's go ahead. And first thing I want to talk about was most of you have been asking about what are the things to carry. I can't give you a list of things right away, but I can generalize things which are like kitchen supplies, home and living, food items, personal care and hygiene, health care. When it comes to health care, always remember you will need a prescription if you're bringing a huge amounts of tablets or something, because at the immigration they would ask for it. And clothing, what are all the kind of clothing that you would ask for? As in, so one of the queries that I got was, can we bring shorts? Can we wear shorts? As in, can we wear normal jeans and all that stuff? So yeah, you can wear all of that based on the weather here. So one more question that people generally ask is about the woolen clothes that you might want to bring. Honestly, you don't have to bring 4 or 5 woolen clothes, not really clothes, the kind of sweaters or jerkins that we have in India. They generally cannot stop the kind of winter that we have here. So I would suggest bring one kind of jerkin or a sweater for you to hold on until you come here. And once you come here, you can, get a good jacket that can, hold on to you for the whole winter. And kitchen supplies, as in, please don't bring electronic cookers and all that stuff. Make sure that most of the items are available here, but sometimes you would need a basic plate and other stuff. And home and living, when I say get things uh, that would cost very little, as in your scissors. Let's say here it's $1, but in India you might get a scissors for 10 rupees. So $1 is around 80 rupees now. So like that, certain certain easy items, certain small items, you can bring it. I'm just giving an example, by the way. And personal care and hygiene, your regular creams and all that stuff that you might have, like sunscreen, as in other hygiene related stuff, you can get them from India. I'll give you the link at the end of the session where you can see get all the list of items that you might want to bring. There are so many websites that listed all of that. What are the things that you should not carry to US? Again, I have the resources for you to list out all that stuff. And here are something which I would prominently want to project. One is that any medication that you're bringing require a prescription. If you don't have it, they would stop you at the port of entry and ask questions. You don't have to bring electric rice cookers or any electric related appliances, because here you would get them. You don't have to carry these non-stick pans and all that stuff, because you can get it here in Walmart or Family Dollar easily. And yeah, rice. I have heard that some of the people have brought rice and oil all the way from India. Basically, you get lots of rice here. I wouldn't suggest to get rice and all of that, because we have so many, if not so many, at least one Indian store that can serve all the purpose. Um, yeah, I'll give you the links for these two. Things to bring and things not to bring at the end of the session, and you will have all the items listed there. Right now I don't want to talk about them so much. Let's go ahead and talk about your flight journey. I know, like, most of you must have been to other countries, or you have been on flight, but still I just wanted to mention, for those who haven't been on flight yet, make sure that you stay hydrated. Don't feel embarrassed to ask, if you're to tell the flight attendant if you're not well. It's highly possible that sometimes you don't feel good, you might have an headache, kind of sorts. So don't even hesitate to ask. uh, Make sure that you don't use ice in the drink, because water is not so pure there. I mean, obviously on flight, the kind of ice they get is not so pure. So make sure that you carry a jacket if you frequently feel cold. But most of the time, as far as my experience was concerned, I was happy with what the kind of uh, stuff that they give on flight. Everything that I took was very extra, kind of extra luggage for me. So make sure that you reach out to the flight attendants in case of any issues on your ongoing flight journey. So coming to transit, once you reach out to Boston Airport, you have to get your immigration done. So at the immigration, they would strictly ask if you have brought any plants along with you. They don't allow plants or any other biological substances with you. Um, then you will have to move on to pick up your luggage once you're done with immigration. And there's a surprise here. In India, you would get moving trolleys to carry your luggage and move along with you. But here you will have to pay. I remember paying $6. I'm not sure, it's been a year, but I remember there's a coin box where you need to drop the coins and you would get the mover trolley. So make sure that you're carrying that change here. Please do not forget, because there won't be anyone who can provide change there, right? Please make sure that you have a change. I did not have a change. I had to run back behind some police personnel and ask him. He was kind enough to give some change, and that's how I got out. So please make sure that you carry coins. And then once you collect your luggage, you can connect to your free Wi-Fi that is available on Boston Airport, and you can contact the person who is picking you up, or you can also book an Uber with that Wi-Fi. That's how you come out once you touch down at Boston Logan Airport and come out. And reaching the port of entry, obviously they'll ask certain basic questions that you might have to answer. Something like this: what is the purpose of your visit? How much time you're gonna stay? Do you have anything to declare? As in, do you have any money that you're carrying? What is your occupation and how long you intend to stay? Such basic questions. Make sure you talk very casually, normally, and answer the questions confidently. I hope you have followed a news that recently some of the people from India who have IELTS 7 or 7.5 and could not answer basic questions in English, and they were deported. So make sure that you speak normally and in English. Yeah. So coming to New Bedford, once you reach New Bedford, or if some of you are staying in Fall River, whatever it is, now that you have entered US, we have of course unasked advices to give you, because there's something called culture shock that you would experience once you reach here. Some of the few examples here are small talks are very common here. Randomly, some stranger will come and say, "Hi, how are you?" Don't get panicked or something. It's a general thing that happens in and around US, especially New Bedford. I mean, different age groups, people just bump into you and say, "Hi, how are you?" And just make sure that you say, "Hi, I'm good, and hope you're fine too," and move on. And some places you might also experience some random person coming and asking if you have change, or if you have $5, $10. Just let them know that, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I'm a student, I'm not carrying any cash right now," kind of stuff. And obviously, once you enter US, and if you are facing any kind of threat or something, you can always call 911, obviously with proper reason. Somebody is saying, just to add to the immigration questions, I was asked for the address. I was going to stay in Dartmouth. Please have your accommodation address saved. Yes, I missed this. So generally, sometimes, not always, generally they ask, which address are you going to? This is to make sure that you have some place to stay immediately after you enter US. So make sure you tell the address that you have. I mean, if you have your accommodation sorted, you can tell that address, or you can say any of the seniors' address. They wouldn't check. It's just for testing you that whether you have it or not. And one more thing I want to say, that make sure you thank people here. As small as you getting into the you getting out of the bus, you say thank you to the driver. That is what is still expected here. Did I miss anything? Yeah, I guess I covered all the basic stuff. So this is what I was talking about, culture shock. The way we were in India is way different to the way things are here. There are so many signs. It is very clear to understand and follow. So make sure you follow all the rules and regulations as you move from India to US, and make sure that you walk on footpaths and all of that kind of sorts you need to follow. So this is what I just wanted to advise you guys, so that you take care in every step. Coming to groceries, I'm especially talking about Indian groceries, not generic stuff. Generic stuff, you always have Walmart and Amazon and Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, etc. So all of those you can visit and get things done. And mainly I want to talk about the Indian groceries here in New Bedford, close to your SRTA terminal in New Bedford. You have a Indian store called Indo Park Pita Food Mart. And then there's this JC Food Mart, little far away from the downtown New Bedford. And in Fall River, you have Big Bazaar Indian Grocery Store. So these are the three Indian stores that are in the vicinity, which you can utilize to get your Indian groceries. So another thing that you all might have had a question is about choosing a right bank. So as far as New Bedford is concerned, in the downtown we have Bank of America. So I have opened I have opened a bank account in Bank of America, and there is also a Santander Bank in Dartmouth Mall, which is close to New Bedford. So uh, choosing a account also is very important, because you should know the bank charges and all of that before you open the account. So make sure that all of these 4 points are taken into consideration before you open a bank account. So I have summarized the different banks that are available in the US. Some people have opened the account in Chase. Some of us have opened in Bank of America. Some of us have bank accounts in Santander. So make sure that you review all the aspects, either by going to the website or going to the branches, and you can get things done. So what is the process for opening a bank? You will have to carry your passport, student visa, second ID proof, something like student card, proof of university enrollment, something like I-20. Um, some banks might ask how much amount would you be depositing and all that stuff. Maybe the cash that you might be carrying to US, you can bring that. You can deposit that. So this is the process of opening a bank. Getting a SIM card. Yesterday, while looking at different aspects, I found something called this campus SIMs, which delivers the SIM card to India. And once you land here, you can download this Mint Mobile and activate it. So you can go to their website and see if it suffices. Or else, what I have done was I reached here with the international roaming package on Airtel. I went to this Mint Mobile and got all the. I have seen all the offers and chose one offer and got the Mint Mobile SIM. Or else you can also join any of the lines like Verizon lines or ANT lines of seniors or your relatives as such, and you can get your SIM card and you can activate it. So whether your mobile phone is compatible to US or not, there is a different way to check whether I am using your IMEI number. You can do a check whether it works well or not with 5G and all that stuff. So this is about getting a SIM card, and yeah. So the first thing that you do on your first day is to getting your UMass Pass. If you have a passport size photo, you can actually upload it in this by following the instructions in the given website, and you can also come to campus. There's also they also take a passport size picture here, the blue one that you see. So they also take it and give it, because your UMass Pass is very important, because using that you can travel across this south coast using your UMass Pass. I mean, south coast as in at least till Fall River. So that's why get the UMass Pass on the first day, and that way you can use it as a proof of your proof saying that you are a student. And coming to avoiding scams and fraudsters. So I would say make sure that you are not passing any of your information to anyone unless they are authorized people. Make sure that you don't give off your passport number or your passport details to anyone who are not authorized. The general scams here are rental scams, where they call you and ask money. Online scams, like while purchasing something, they would send you the money. I mean, they would send you the code, and once you enter the pin, you lose your money. So make sure that you are not sending in any money to random person. And also, one generic thing that happens once you get your mobile number is that somebody will call you and say, hello, we are calling from the police department. You have violated our rules. We are coming to arrest you, blah, 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 blah. nobody would call and inform when they're arresting you. First thing. Second thing, you have to cut that call immediately and stop talking. Most of the calls here are automated, so make sure that you are able to distinguish between what is what.
Andeep,
Yeah.
can I just have one moment, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just in this, last time one of our friend got a fraud call and they were asked to pay. They said they called from IES or somewhere and they asked to pay the money using the gift cards. So whatever you get it, you just not do anything. You can contact police or you can call 911 to verify whether it's real or not. Honestly, do not go to the ATMs and deposit your cash or buy gift cards and all.
Exactly.
Then
Yeah.
later our friend understood that it was a scam. So he lost nearly $1,300. So ensure you will not be because and he followed all.
Yeah. So what exactly we are trying to convey is that, guys, in US, there's nothing called you have to act immediately. Okay, there's always time to react and respond to your respond to anything here. So you should know your rights. If someone calls you and emphasizes that you have to take immediate action, you have to share your SSN, share your credit card number, blah blah blah, all that sorts. Never ever give away any kind of information to anyone who is unauthorized. I can't stress this enough. Don't get into unnecessary issues. Just make sure you just make sure that you are up to yourself. Like, if you're getting some money unknowingly, don't take that money. As in, you might get a mail with a check with some amount of money, all that sorts. Don't take it. Don't get into all that kind of intimidations or fear tactics that these people use. These are the red flags, and what you have to do is always ask for caller's name, ID, badge, a phone number. You don't even have to hesitate, because they'll be happy to show here, because it is very necessary for them to show their ID card. So please know that you can call UMass police or local police in case of any help regarding this. Never give out your social security number unless you are sure that it is for legitimate purpose. Most of the people ask for last four numbers, so just make sure that you're not giving away. Um, yeah, so these are what I could think of. Please feel free to ask, and ask any questions. I have allowed you to unmute yourself.
Eh, uh, like I just mentioned in the chat, I will also mention that there are similar calls which are made. They may be offering you a job or internship and calling from a particular company. They would ask you for these information. So before, make sure the company or the person you're reaching out is legit. They should be on LinkedIn. Glassdoor and other options are always a good way to check if a particular email or a company is legit or not. So that's one of the things to always consider.
Hi, how do we know a social security number?
Once you come here, apply for an on-campus job, and once you have an on-campus offer, and then you apply for SSN by taking an appointment from them, by calling them. And once you submit all the necessary docs, they would give you SSN number.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I mean, so my flight reaches Boston at about 11:40 in the night. So what do you
Mhm.
suggest I do? I mean, like stay there overnight, and I mean, what do you think I should do?
I think you can book an Uber. There'll be Uber for $100 to reach to, New Bedford. Or if you can talk to anyone in the group and ask for help to pick you up, can also be done.
Okay. Okay. So there are bus services, right? I mean, I think in the morning to New Bedford of the campus, I guess.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What were you saying?
Yes. I mean, I was saying that there are bus services, right, from the Boston airport to New Bedford or the campus in the morning. So maybe I can like wait it out, wait the night out, and then maybe leave in the morning.
Yeah,
Will
that
that
is
be
also
okay?
fine. If you can wait, yes, you can do that too.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, bro. In I-20, they mentioned 41,000 US dollar for 9 months for 9 months. And how much money can we carry to USG in USG for post of immigration, like
So
a port of entry?
I have carried
How much
around
they expect?
I have carried around $300 or something, but they don't allow huge amounts of money to be carried around, I guess. So make sure that maximum you can. I don't know what is the limit, but I guess $500 should be enough. What do you guys say, Sumant, Abhijot, Rohan?
Yeah, $500 is good, Anudev. I remember I carried $500 in
Remaining
cash,
money we
and
can
the
show
rest
in Indian bank account statement.
You
in
don't.
general.
Is that fine? Or
What I'm trying to say, Sunil, is that you don't have to carry it. You can transfer that money to your bank account that you open here, and um, what was the other question you were asking?
can we show their statement to them? Officer, I have some X amount in Indian bank and I can pay my tuition fee.
No, they wouldn't ask. Only in the visa interview they would ask about whether you can pay or not. Once you got the visa and travel here, they are least bothered about whether you have it or not. But sometimes they ask. Generally, the documents that you carry for visa, right? Those documents you might be having with you. So they might ask if they find any kind of suspicion. But to me, what all they asked for 4 5 questions, basic questions. That's all, Sunil. I can't say that they'll definitely ask. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. In Forex card, I guess you can have all the money. If at all you have everything in your account, you can carry in Forex card. Any kind of on-campus job that you do, it gets directly deposited to your bank account once you enter the details in the HR portal of UMass T. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. So I have gathered details that are kind of very generic, and I have covered them until in this PPT, guys. If you have any other questions, now is the time to unmute and ask. Feel free, and if you don't have any further questions, then please go ahead and share feedback. Feedback for the session. I'm giving you the link in the chat box. And please wait, don't leave the meeting. We'll take a group snap in Zoom. But that's it. Do you guys have any other questions?
I have one question. So, how much do you think would be enough, like, for taking in the forex card? So, would 1,000 be like, sufficient for the first 15 days or so?
Yeah, 1,000 is sufficient. I remember I carried around $2,500 in forex card and 300 in cash. So that was sufficient for me for the whole thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And if you're already in the US and if you want to travel to Boston, is Boston the nearest airport, or is there any other airport that's convenient for the
There's
seniors to pick up?
there is Providence Airport also. Like if you want to travel domestic, I mean, if you have entered US from in Texas or somewhere else and you want to travel to New Bedford, Providence and Boston are very close by. You can choose Providence also.
Providence. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Guys, you have anything else to say? Sumant, Abhijot, Priya, Rohan? Did I miss any aspect? Pratishthit, you guys have anything to say?
Nothing, Anudip. Just to answer Jeevan's question. So
Mhm.
last time when I traveled to India recently, they asked only for the vaccination certificates and they did not ask for any RT-PCR report. So you're good if you're carrying the vaccination certificate of both 1 and 2 and the booster shot also.
Okay. Let's all ask our president to arrange for a party soon to meet and
Another search for a location, we'll have a party.
yeah.
And mention one more thing to mention, Anudeep.
Mhm.
So whatever vaccines you haven't taken, you can come and take here if you have missed some, and it will be covered in your health insurance.
Yeah.
Because I heard a lot of people are spending around 2,000 or 3,000 rupees for the IGRA test, for the TB test. So do not waste your money. You can
TB
get
test
them
is
at the
completely
student.
free here.
I got it done in India. Okay, people, can we switch on the videos for a quick screenshot, please?
Sound that
Okay, I'm calling out the names that I'm seeing on the screen because if you don't switch on your videos, it would look bad. I can see Sudhanshu's name, Mirya, Ishan, Bharat, Vikram, Dan Peter, Vinay, Yashwant, Prajna. Can you please switch on the videos so that I can take a quick screenshot and you can leave? Who is left? Yashwant, Mirya, Vikram, Vinay, Vijay. Please switch on the video. Fair enough. Let me quickly take it.
many of them left. Anudeep, many of them left, Anudeep.
Yeah, it's fine. I took one. It's fine.
Yeah, anyway, we'll be meeting them soon.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for joining, people. Please make sure that you give the feedback, and bye bye. See you soon.
Thanks, Anudeep. See you soon.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a safe journey.
Thank you, everyone.